So let's have hello Jyoti, are you there? Jyoti, are you there? Guys, give me a minute. I'm not able to access the rack that we have. Okay, it is showing me unavailable. Okay, guys, give me a minute. I'm just talking to Jyoti. Okay, she is just doing some research. What might be issue? now I'm able to log in. So we have logged in into Palo Alto firewall successfully. Okay. So last time what we did was we created some sub interfaces and we made two interfaces available for our research. That is 2 and 3. Okay. Let's check once. So successfully I was able to reach to my router 172.16.1.1 through my Palo Alto. Okay. And from my Palo Alto as well, I'm able to reach. So let us configure two interfaces in HA. So guys, if you'll see, when I configured HA, I'm not getting much options here. I'm only getting few options like link speed, link duplex, link auto. Okay. Okay. Let me do this same for other Palo Alto as well. It is just booted, so it will take some time to take my credentials. So what I have done so far is I just created sub interfaces, okay, and gave it name 20 and 30 respectively, okay. So now let's go to switch and check whether these my interfaces are in respective VLANs or not. 3 by 2. What I need is 1 by 2 should be 1 by 2 and 3 by 3. These both should be in same VLAN. Interface range Ethernet 1 by 2, Ethernet 3 by 3, switch port host, switch port access VLAN 20, not 20, we have to create one other separate VLAN. VLAN 50, name I'll call it HA, switch port access VLAN 50, that is my HA, and VLAN 51, name I'll give HA2, interface Ethernet 1 1 by 3 and Ethernet 3 by 4, I guess, 3 by 0, 3 by 0. Switchport host, switchport access VLAN 51. Now 3 by 0 and 1 by 3, they are in same VLAN. 3 by 0, 1 by 3, same VLAN. And 1 by 2 and 3 by 3 should be in same VLAN. Now I'll give show run VLAN brief. So 50 HA, 51 HA2, 1 by 2, 3 by 3. Perfect. So now I'll go to device, high availability. Enable HA. I'll give it group 1. Active passive mode I want. Okay. Okay. Data link is HA2. Log only, threshold. Enable session replication. Wonderful. IPv4 address I need to assign for replication. Okay. So subnet that I'll be using is 192. See, here I can define like which interface should be in monitor state. So if I'll keep Ethernet 1 by 1 in monitor state, in that case it will be only used for monitoring. Okay, but if I need like say backend services which are used by the device, if I want to make them monitor as well, so I'll keep it all and I delete this interface. Okay, and the name I'll give it to mon1. Okay, so here I have defined like group failure condition, all group get fails. Okay, in that condition it will be in failover. Okay, so here I have assigned group ID. Now I need to create HA2 as well. I'll define it Ethernet 3 because I'm using it for HA2. I'll give IP address 192.168.2.2 and subnet /24. This I'll not define. Gateway I need not to define. Here see, transport type. What is the type of transport that you want to use for your session replication? So when session is getting replicated, you can use Ethernet, IP or UDP. Okay, so what is the difference between all these three parts? Ethernet, it will be used it will be using your MAC address, and it will be using some IP addresses to sync. Okay, in IP it will be using ICMP protocol, and UDP it will be using some default port like 512 for UDP. Okay, so here I can define HA to keep alive. So what will the time for HA alive? Okay, so it is 10,000, that is 10 seconds. I'll keep it 10,000 ms. It is 10 seconds. Okay, threshold value. Okay, so okay, right. So here I'll define my peer IP address, which I have not yet assigned, but I know what IP I'll be using. Okay, I'll be using 192.168.1.1/32. Then I'll be using 192.168.2.1/32. Okay, so now I'll go to my peer device, go to devices, go to high availability, and likewise configuration that I did the same here as well. I'll use 1 by 2 IP address 192.168.1.1, subnet mask 255.255.255.0, gateway I don't want to define. Now HA2 interface, port 1 by 3, IP address 192.168.2.1, subnet. See guys, whatever the transport mode you keep here, it should be same on other device as well. Okay, otherwise it won't be able to listen. Okay, peer IP address 192.168.1.1, 1.2/32, 192.168.1.2.2/32. Currently I'm in active passive state, right? Okay, now I'll do commit. Interface is missing. HA1 cannot configure peer address /32 since HA1 interface is not configured. This was the very first time I was getting errors in Palo Alto HA configuration. One of the basic configurations that we do on regular basis. So high availability HA1 interface IP address configured to match peer IP address. Module HA agent. Why it is throwing this error? It's all the same configuration that I did on this part and on this part. Everything is just the same, identical.
Ajay,
Yeah, Tamir.
from the error, I understand that the IP addresses on the passive node should be on the same subnet, but not the same address. It seems from the configuration you are using the same addresses on the passive.
From the configuration I'm using, same addresses.
Same IP, yeah.
See, this is HA1 interface, which is 192.168.1.1, right? And subnet is /24. And
Yeah.
this is my HA2. It is 2.1, which is
If
different
you
network.
go, yeah, if you go to the passive node,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, the error says you are using 1.1 again, which is not allowed.
Oh, okay. I got right. I was using 1.1 on both the ends. Thanks, Tamir. So I think we are good with HA, right? So now I want to check my HA and I want to add HA here. What I'll do, I'll go to widgets, systems, high availability. This is my HA, right? Okay. Widgets, system, high availability. Could not push HA configuration to peer, failed to synchronize running configuration with HA peer, operation not allowed, peer disconnected with commit. Okay. HA1 is down, HA1 backup is down, HA2 is down. And hopefully same in this case as well. So 1 by 2, 1x2 and 3x3. One by two and 3x3, 1x3 and 3x4. These are in same subnets. One by three, 1x2. Very much strange. Very strange today. Enable HA, passive mode, sit down. HA path, no, I don't want to define this HA path. Hmm. So I think this is the configuration that we usually do every time. Okay, let me check.
Are the ports up on the switch side?
I think there was some issue. There was previously some issue that HA cannot be configured in VM deployment or cloud deployment. Let me check that once. Support. Seamless failover. I'm not sure, but I think our configuration is all good. We are all good. If you'll see here, if I go to this device, okay, this is my Palo Alto 2. Okay, so when I go to devices, okay, so these are my interfaces 1.2 and 2.2. Okay, and IP will be used for communication, right? So 1.1 and so what else can be there? Okay. So Tamir, any idea what we are missing or what can be?
If possible, just to check on the switch side if the ports are up. I'm not sure. Maybe they are. Maybe they are not.
So it is 1 by 2 and 3 by 3. 1 by 2 and 3 by 3. Ethernet 1 by 2. Ethernet 1 by 2 on Palo Altos.
So
And
I
it,
need that trace brief just to check if they are up.
show IP interface brief.
Mhm.
Uh,
They are all up.
it all seems up.
Okay.
I think it is issue of either this VM series. Because the same failover is not happening in our cloud as well, that we are using VM series Palo Alto. Remember the file that I gave you, Tamir?
Yes.
The file that I gave you, that was PA VM series.
Okay.
And guys, this is all that we do for Palo Alto failover for hardware appliances. Okay, so what we need to do is just first of all we need to configure our control link. Okay, assign which interface we'll be using for HA1. Okay, assigning IP address, subnet mask. Okay, then we'll be doing HA link 2, which we'll be using for session replication. Okay, so here we'll also assign in interfaces and its IP addresses. Okay, so after assigning all these things, now we will be doing link and path monitoring. So link, after assigning IP addresses, we have to set up this HA failover, which mode we want to go, and enable HA, right? Then creating a group with any name, whatever you want. Okay, then group failure condition all. Okay, and then we will go and assign interfaces that will be used for HA. Okay, it is 1 by 2 and 1 by 3. Okay, so likewise configuration we do on both the Palo Altos. Okay, so Ethernet 2 IP addresses, so it should be from same subnet but different IP. Okay, likewise as we did on PA1, it is likewise on PA2 as well. Now link monitoring, again all the things will be same. We will not use virtual router path because we are connected through switch. Okay, VLAN path we will not define because we don't want our traffic to be carried with VLAN because they are directly connected. Okay, virtual wire path, we don't have any virtual wire interface, so we will not be using that. So this is the configuration that we do for HA, high availability. That is it. I'm very much strange that why we are not getting interfaces up. It is still showing HA1, HA1 backup, HA2, all the interfaces down. I need to check. Okay. So apart that, one more part that needs to be covered in this video, and that is sub interfaces. Okay. So what we do in sub interfaces, we create VLANs. Okay. After creating VLAN, we assign that particular VLAN tag to an interface, creating sub interfaces. Okay. So then after going into the VLAN, here I'll assign IP addresses. Here I'll assign IP address. 172.16.0.2/24. Okay. Likewise, what actually I'm doing in terms of some technology point of view, I'm creating encapsulation.1q. I think we all are aware of encapsulation.1q. Okay, so this is how we create VLANs. Okay, VLAN 20, VLAN 30. Okay, okay. Then likewise, I'll do the same on physical interfaces. After configuring interface into layer 3, then only we are able to, we are able to create sub interface, right? So this is how we create sub interfaces and assigning VLAN tags or doing encapsulation.1q. Has no zone configured. Okay, it is showing me warning that these two things are mandatory, that is zone configuration and virtual router configuration. Zone configuration means which security zone it belongs to, and virtual router configuration means the routing table that I have defined for this particular communication. Okay, so I have not configured it, but to to show you like how to create sub interfaces. Okay, then how to create VLANs. Here I have created VLANs. Okay, and then interfaces, then VLAN. Here I created VLAN IP addresses. Okay, so this was HA configuration. We are done HA configuration today. Okay, and why it is not showing up, I need to check. I think this version should work for HA, but still I'm not sure, as it is VM series, right? So two things we have covered. We have created sub interfaces and assigning IP addresses to those sub interfaces, and then we will be doing high availability configuration for both the Palo Altos. Okay, and guys, tomorrow we have off. We are off for tomorrow, right? So we are done for the day, I think. And next topic that we'll be covering will be your. Give me a minute. Okay, so next topic that we'll be covering will be VPN. Okay, virtual private network. I have shared slides with management. You can go through these slides. You can ask me doubts if you have any. And in our next lecture, we will be doing VPN. It will take some time. So I think we are done for the day. Okay, Tamir, Vamsi.
Yeah, but I think it's important. I mean, at least for me to see high A working, because I know it's an important topic.
Correct.
I mean,
It is. You are correct. It is an important topic, but at the same time, what I remember from my experiences, we have VM series Palo Alto in cloud as well. Same setup we use. But in that case, we cannot have HA in that cloud deployment, as at that time we are using VM series Palo Alto. So this I need to check, right? So I need to check like this VM that we are using, this Palo Alto. If you see here, as you'll see here, wait. Let me show you my screen. As you'll see here, it is PAVM model, right? And the image that we have is I think it is not supporting that particular HA, so that I need to check once. So if it will be available and we are missing something that needs to be done separately apart HA application, that I'll check, and it will not take 5-10 minutes because I have saved this configuration. So it will not take much time. Next time if I'll get something that is
Yeah.
right, so I need to check in that case. I cannot commit that it will not it will be working. But yeah, I'm very much sure VM series it does not work in active passive or active mode. That I'm very much sure on cloud. So I'll check it and I'll get back in next lecture.
Okay.
Okay. So Vamsi, any doubts for the day?
No, Ajay, I think I'm good for now.
Okay. So let's wrap our session here and please get slides, okay, of HA or and sorry HA I'm saying. Please get slides of VPN. Okay.
Sure.
So next time we'll be covering VPN. And Vamsi, your VSys part that you asked, like I have to create that VSys. Okay.
Yes.
I have created that. Okay. And the video that I made, it is somewhat like 650 MB.
Okay.
So I have to convert that video in some other format to make it 40, 50 or less than 100 MB, so that it will be possible to upload on server and you can download from there.
Sure. Yeah, no problem. Sounds good.
Wonderful. So let's wrap here. And guys, very happy weekend. And it's festival in India tomorrow. So we'll be connecting on next Saturday at 10 in the morning.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, Ajay. See you.
Okay. See ya. Bye bye.